What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome to a brand new video in Forza Horizon 4. Now, this is the Ford GT40 MK1, better known as, well, the Spring Barn Find, and we are going to be making our first setup on this car, and the first setup we're going to make is a drag setup. Now, I know that there are going to be people out there that are going to go, "It's not a drag car, you're ruining it, you're ruining the purpose of the car, this is a track race prepped, blah, 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 blah." Anyway, I get it, but it's also a very lightweight aerodynamic car, and I really want to see what this thing can do in a straight line once it's fully built. So bear in mind, we will have multiple setups for this car. We will have a drag setup, we will have a grip setup, we might even at some point have a oddball drift cars segment on this car. But without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive straight into the build and see what we can do. So, race brakes are going on the car immediately. Race suspension as well. You cannot do a drift suspension, actually. You can do race and you can do rally. But we're going to go ahead and go for a race suspension. Sway bars front and rear just so we can have them. And race weight reduction is going to bring it down to right at 2,013 pounds. That's really good. That's really, really, really good for what we're working with here in this car, because this thing is really one of those masterpiece cars of engineering, and especially for its day. This came out in 1964, and look at it. This doesn't look like it came out in 1964. This rivals designs from today, and frankly is more beautiful than like 50, 60%, maybe 70, 80% even of, it's like 70%, like the more beautiful than like 70% of modern supercars today. So I just frankly am in love with this car and kind of always have been. So drag tires are on the car. The front tires we're going to kind of leave alone, and then the rears are going to go to a massive 345. The wheels are kind of an interesting topic, because it looks like anything will take down the weight. It looks like the stock wheels on this car were quite heavy. So with that being said, and like keeping that in mind, I do want to go for a lightweight wheel on this car, but I want to make sure that it's something that kind of, contributes to the overall look of the car as well. So let's see how much weight is reduced by kind of the universal weight reduction wheel, if I can find it in here. Let's see, where are you? Okay, so the RS Watanabe Cyclones take this thing down 33 pounds. So do the TSW Track Stars. I think I'm going to go with the Track Stars because they don't actually look bad. They really don't. And I'm going to paint them black anyway. So that way they'll have a little bit more of a subtle look. We could do like a chin spoiler and a little, lip on the back. I'm not going to on this particular build because, again, this right now we're building this as a drag car. So let's see. We could do the stock engine. We could do a 5.2 liter V8, 8.4 V10, or V6 twin turbo. 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo. I'm not sure where this twin turbo V6 comes from. It's not the GTR engine, because that would be a 3.8 liter, the VR38. But I'm having trouble thinking about where this particular V6 comes from. I'm sure somebody in the comments will tell me, but I'm like, I don't actually know where that particular V6 comes from. We are going to run... I really want to run the V8. I really want to keep this car V8. So let's do V8 twin turbo and see what we can do from there in terms of making this thing, as much of a monster as humanly possible. So it looks like the power curve, I mean, obviously it's going to have a little bit of lag to it, but once it comes on, it's going to freaking hit. So everything built all the way out. This thing is going to result in, let's see, a final number of 1,074 horsepower and 827 foot-pounds of torque, weighing in at 2,028 pounds. That makes me wonder if it's going to be tricky to get off the line, even with those massive drag tires. But to be honest, that remains to be seen. So let's install the setup, and then let's go to the tuning side and see what this thing says, see what the dyno says it's going to top out at. And then once we actually see what it says it'll top out at, I'm actually going to reduce the rear tire pressure a little bit. Like 3 PSI. So the simulation says 251.3. Now, if I make it a little longer, let's see what it does. 251.3 is where we started. 267. Oh, that's fast. That's like fast enough that I would say fast. 267.1. Reduced it a little bit more. 267 might be, okay, 267.2. That might be where the simulation or the dyno starts to kind of argue with you. So we'll start at a 3.02. And let's see. I'm going to make the rear camber actually 0 because I want it to be, I want that whole entire tire, effectively, to just be able to stick and go. So, let's see. I'm not really going to be concerned about the sway bars right now. I am going to soften the rear springs a little bit so that we can actually really, so that we can hook as hard as possible so we can kind of transfer all of that into the road. Let's see. I'm going to leave the ride height alone for now. And then the acceleration is going to be 100%. Now, I don't know that much about drag car tuning. I know a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the drag racing experts. So I think a lot of my personal experience with tuning cars is in drifting and in circuit racing. And drag racing has never kind of been, it's never been a big theme for me. So I am still kind of in the process of learning the ropes of drag tuning. So please forgive me if you're a drag tuner and you're looking at some of the things that I'm doing to the car and you're going, like, you're face palming, you're going, oh my God, why would you do that? Oh my God, why would you do that? I'm still learning the ropes of drag car tuning. But at the end of the day, my whole goal is to be, what the heck? The stripes went away. Didn't this thing have stripes earlier, or am I going mad? I must be going mad. I don't know, because they wouldn't have taken them away by painting the wheels. That would be so weird. God, maybe I'm going mad. I don't know. But, oh man, I can't wait to drive this thing, regardless. That's why I came to a house that was right by the freeway. It sounds crazy. Let's see. Where's the highway? I'm just going to fast travel to it. It's right here. All right, so we're going to go right down here to kind of like the beginning of the highway, the north end of the highway, if you will. And we'll see what we can do off a proper launch. Well, it's raining right now, so it spins a little bit at first in the wet. I kind of expected that. It accelerates like a madman. Oh my God. I haven't even shifted into 6th yet. This thing is a loony machine. Like, good grief. Oh God, oh God, oh God. If I could just, like, yeah, maybe I'll keep it on the other side of the highway. I almost wish I had downforce at these speeds with how light the car feels. I almost wish I had downforce. In fact, I'll probably add it later. Into 6th, over 240 miles an hour. I will say there are cars out there that are faster, but none of them feel quite this sketchy. And believe me, this thing feels sketchy. Like, build this thing yourself, and you will see what I'm talking about. This thing feels stupid sketchy. And I don't know why. Probably because of how light it is. But holy crap, it feels so sketchy. Like, on the drag tires, going around that corner, I had to slow down from, like, 240 to 160 to make the corner. Just to make the corner. It's insane. Like, a Koenigsegg can make that corner at over 200. But, I mean, the Koenigsegg, see, like, and if I start to make a corner, it just starts to slide. But it doesn't slide as in the rear end coming out. It just starts to, like, it just kind of scampers across the road. Like, see, if you could make the turn at any sort of sizable speed, you'd be able to get to a much higher top speed. But you can't make these turns at any sort of sizable speed in this car without slowing way down, because it's so, like, dare I say, actually a little floaty. And we will still go the other way, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. This thing is a nut job. Like, it's an absolute monster, but it's a monster that also kind of, like, it almost doesn't work. Like, it kind of does, but... Okay, so it'll lay rubber in first. Clean launch in second. It's so fast. Trying to be careful. And it sounds crazy. Like, the sound this thing makes is, like, just otherworldly crazy. Come on, trying to keep it stable. There we go. What are we going to do on this straightaway? Come on! Into sixth. You suck. Oh, my God. Why would you do that? You literally get freaking in front of me. Sorry about squeaking, but my God, that annoys me. Okay, I was able to stay flat through there. I'm trying to turn as little as possible because I'm trying to preserve speed. Nope. Okay. Just... Oh, the traffic spawning system hates top speed runs. Oh my God. There we go. 251, 253. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know if this thing will ever, like, have enough room to hit that, like, massive top speed number. I mean, it accelerates like crazy. It would be a roll race monster. But at the same time, I don't know if it has the room, like I said before, I don't know if it has the room to hit, like, 260, 270 plus. Because by the time you start to get up to, like, the 240, 250 range in this car, it does start to get a little slower. Like, it does really start to kind of back off in terms of speed. But, man, it's still a wild, wild car. It's an absolutely wild car. It truly is a wild animal of a car, and I really, really do like it. I really do like it. Is it as fast as I was hoping it was going to be? Not particularly, but again, this has been more of like a top speed build than like a drag build. So let's see what it'll do like off just like a standard launch. I mean, it's fast. It's definitely really fast. It's no like wheelie launch or anything like that, but it's still fast. So if you guys enjoyed this build, this top speed build in Forza Horizon 4, make sure you click that like button. Tell me in the comment section below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more. And I'll see y'all next time. Talk to you guys later.